Okay, this is going to be the third or fourth daily outlook today. We're looking at Euro USD, GU, and gold at the moment, coming into the daily really high time frames on Euro. As you can see, we have just tracked down all of this liquidity here after we surged past this little bit of liquidity, this collected, flipped bullish. So now all I am waiting for is either a reaction to the downside here. Does not mean I'm looking for shorts. I need confirmation first. So I just want to see how price is reacting off of here for the week, see what news does. I'm guessing news FOMC tonight is probably going to push this up yet again. However, optimal price action would be a little bit of retracement down into here, into these lower time frame zones. You can see 4-hourly here, but regardless, last night was just a straight push up here, dropping lower again. Where are we on the hourly? And 30, sorry. This was the zone that I was looking at yesterday. I obviously was looking for both GU and AU longs. Unfortunately, I did not take this trade. This was the setup that I had drawn up, but as you can see, my rules did not allow it. This was on New York Open here at 10:30. I need to wait till at least 15 minutes in. This was the first candle that New York provided. I had so much conviction in this trade. Could have caught insane RR with a stop loss like that just below the zone, but I decided to go below protected lows here. Regardless, just following a simple strategy. We had a demand zone here. This is obviously on the 5-minute. I refined it all the way down from 15 and the 30-minute, as you can see from before. So 30-minute looked nice. So the 15 for dropping into the 5, which is lower time frame. Usually my entries are on here. This is going to be a little trade recap plus outlook. So didn't actually catch this trade, but as you can see, we pushed up, break a structure, come back down slowly, form inducement and liquidity, swept this one as well, created its own here before coming back up. This also this is why I had so much conviction in this trade, gave a breaker structure here, as well as another breaker structure here, showing bullish movement before coming down, sweeping this final bit of liquidity, tapping us in, and ultimate reversal. I was going to long to these highs. Sorry. On the daily, those are the daily highs. Sorry, let me reset. As you can see here, white line daily highs, they were the biggest draw in liquidity I had yesterday. But regardless, coming back down into the 5-minute time frame, I was confident in going to new London bodies because as you can see, how far was this? Not even an hour. Not even an hour into London session. Sorry, into New York session. We delivered straight to TP. 6.7 R. Anyways, moving on into GU. We will start here. GU is the same. However, GU has a higher draw. This is my current draw, especially because we have just broken these fractal daily highs finally. And before it was just wick, reverse, but now we have broken them, forming a nice little demand zone here on the daily. Could look at it on the 4-hour. Yeah, we've got one in between. It's just really clean. Obviously waiting for some retracement back in before ultimately reaching these highs. We're just going to continue bullish. Regardless, going into last night, the longs that I was looking for, similar or very, very similar setup to EU, Euro USD. Going into the 15-minute, this was my zone and the trade. Obviously, wanted to get tapped in. We had breaker structure, come down, form inducement, come back up, break these internal highs on the 5-minute, obviously going to look cleaner. Come down, create the zone, come back up, break the structure, break it higher, come down, form liquidity and inducement before coming back up, breaking it, form this last little leg before once again breaking structure. I had so much conviction in these trades. But as you can see, GU didn't actually end up coming down to tap me in, but even if it did, it was on New York Open, so can't really do anything about that. But overall, I am expecting GU to move higher. Well, sorry, give us a bit of retracement, hopefully tap a really clean zone on the 4-hourly before once again ultimately reaching these highs, which is the draw and liquidity. Follow liquidity, you follow the market. It's as simple as that. Coming into UJ, obviously we're still bearish. However, as you can see here, this is like the higher time frames are just showing this is a really big range for us. All of this are orders sitting within a, what's the pip range? In about a 300 pip range. This is where price keeps bouncing and bouncing. So honestly, if we see a reaction off of these liquidity floors, then I'm going to start looking long again up towards these highs where liquidity is sat once again, even coming up to here. But we've got FOMC tonight, so once again, cannot really confirm or deny what will happen to the market and whether our zones will be instantly invalidated or not. Obviously, took this trade on UJ yesterday. Yeah, took this on yesterday morning. It was nice. It was the UJ shorts that I called from 2 days ago. Caught them. Wonderful trade. Moving into gold. Gold, obviously, on the higher time frames. Once again, we're just bullish as fuck. It comes down, collects liquidity, turns bullish. It'll probably come down, collect liquidity, possibly move into this demand zone on the higher time frames before once again pushing higher, especially with FOMC. I think we're going to launch up again tonight. Last night also missed a trade. I had 3 missed trades by not many pips. This was my trade on gold. Let me try and draw it out so it's cleaner for you. Obviously, broke these highs, formed inducement, broke the highs again. It's just showing bullish order flow. Came back down, last leg of inducement. Before ultimately, I thought this was within my rules and everything. Genuinely did think I would get tapped in here, but as you can see, price wicked a little earlier, reacted what it seems like off of this zone here on the 5-minute. I'm not going to take a zone like that. I prefer something that lines up here, like the 15-minute and the 30-minute, which I refine to this little 5-minute zone. But regardless, missed us by a few pips and then continued straight up to TP. Regardless, today you can see gold is so far into Asia Open. It is a little bit bearish, but honestly, I think it's just collecting liquidity. Yeah, it swept yesterday's Asia lows and probably just filling more orders so we can continue going up. That is my current outlook on the market for today. So overall, I think we're bullish overall, honestly. Euro, apart from Euro, we can't really tell. Sorry, we can tell that we're bullish as fuck, but regardless, we've just collected all the liquidity from these highs, so very likely to see some sort of reaction to the downside here. But as I said earlier, and keep saying in the video, we've got FOMC. We cannot call anything tonight, let alone catch anything. If I was to be trading tonight, I'm breaking my rules. So we'll see how tomorrow looks once the market's been abused by FOMC. Anyways, we're bullish on Euro, GU, gold, and potentially bullish depending on the reaction UJ gives us after sweeping out all of this liquidity to the left. Yeah, we'll give you an update tomorrow.